I'm Jaby KOAY, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
We're looking at Bhuvan Bomb's special vlog featuring Zakir Khan and Sapan Verma, One Mic Stand, Amazon Prime Video, India. If you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching, because you know you are. Also, ACHARA KIRK's got an Instagram account in case you haven't heard, and so be sure to follow her there. Got all of 12 followers, and so you can be the 13th and 14th one.
Yes, please.
All right, so it says Bhuvan Bomb, aka BBK Vines, captures his meeting with Zakir and Sapan behind the sets of One Mic Stand Season 1. Watch this special vlog to find out what happened behind the scenes about One Mic Stand Season 1. The season Sapan Verma brings on Bhuvan Bomb, Tapsi Pannu, Richa Chadha, Vishal Dadlani, and Dr. Shashish Tharoor to make their stand-up what? Dr. Shashish Tharoor?
Shashi Tharoor?
Shashi Tharoor, sorry, I'm always getting his name screwy. To make their stand-up comedy debut with the help of Zakir Khan, Kunal Karma, and Angad Ranyal, Rohan Joshi, and Ashish Shakya.
Wow.
I would kill so many things to see Dr. Shashi Tharoor to do stand-up comedy.
Well, guess what? You have an Amazon Prime Video subscription.
I would kill an Amazon Prime Video subscription.
You could watch it.
Just to watch that. I would set everything aside just to see that.
Well, you can.
Goddamn. I gotta tell you, that's exciting.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time a doctor's become a stand-up comic or a comedian in general.
You know what? A lot of Asian doctors, I say a lot, I've only seen two, have become comedians.
That's a lot. Here we go.
Hey guys, तो I'm on the set और मैं अभी जाकिर भाई और सपन भाई से मिलने वाला हूँ. It's amazing how everything is going on. बहुत मज़ा आ रहा है मुझे. पता नहीं है क्या रिएक्शन रहेगा उनका. Excited हूँ मैं क्योंकि मैंने ऐसा कभी नहीं किया.
अरे क्या कर रहा है?
और
यूट्यूबर है, यही तो है.
कुछ चीज़ें
यार ये हम नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. आना चाहिए ना
ये
हम लोग नहीं कर पा रहे हैं ना.
Whoa, with me.
We're live.
Whoa, look at the size of that
Holy
rig.
crap! I was thinking, I was like, oh, he's vlogging on his iPhone or whatever. Meanwhile, I did see someone in the background kind of following him along, and then sure enough, it's like, boom, there's like three cameras. How many cameras on him?
That's a proper cinema rig that they got going on there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's nice.
We are live or what?
No, this is just a video.
अच्छा ये vlog
ये vlog है जिसमें बाद में अपने मम्मी पापा की आवाज घुसेड़ के हमारे को जोक्स बनाए.
Zakir Khan acting like a noob, as if you've never been in Tan Meibad's vlogs and live streams a whole bunch.
नर्वस हूँ.
नर्वस की क्या बात है इसमें मतलब?
है थोड़ी नर्वसनेस है. मतलब पहली बार कर रहा हूँ ना. हाँ. तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि यार बहुत भयानक जज होने वाला हूँ मैं.
पर वो इसका फन है.
हाँ मजा तो उसमें
वही फन है.
But tell me something.
Yum.
Why did you agree to this show and why do you want to do stand-up?
So, BBK Vines is about characters. And I know that I'm really comfortable behind a mustache and a wig. I can kill it anywhere. If I'm Tito Mama, I can take Obama ka interview with equal savageness. I know that. Tito Mama is that character. Sameer ke saath daat bhar karke, I can be someone else. But Bhuvan as a person, I know I'm quite shy and मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि यार कोई जज कर रहा है क्या मुझे ऐसा है. And stand-up is the toughest art form I believe. क्योंकि आपको उस टाइम पे you're in the moment. And there are hundreds of people in the moment with you.
Yeah.
वो मेरे लिए रोडीज जैसा है.
इसे तारीफ कर करके आखिरी में रियलिटी शो
ध्यान से सुन रहा था ना. इतनी इज्जत महसूस हो रही थी.
ऐसे किल करते इसे ड्रॉप कर दिए.
Mic drop.
अच्छा अब ये बताओ, स्टैंड अप लिखने जा रहे हो.
Yeah.
किस चीज़ों के बारे में बात करना है?
My life revolves around YouTube.
Get out of the way.
What the hell? That's hilarious. It's just random Chad walks up and the camera person's like, what the move,
Like,
dude?
get out of the way,
Are you
man.
kidding me with this?
Do you not see this massive camera? Like the pretense of him doing the vlog on his iPhone in the beginning and then
Well, that's
turning
just a
it
callback
around.
to the show.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, that's cute. But now they're going to do it with their profesh cameras with the beautiful blurred out background. And then, like you said, random Chad comes in like, hello.
Well, he might not even be able to see them because they're using like bird lenses. They're using super long lenses and really far away in order to sort of feign the appearance of it's cash. You know, there's not cameras in our faces and stuff. We're just having a
just reality television, you know, we're just hiding out here like a bird watcher.
Yeah.
Just, you know,
You probably got like, a microphone inside the napkin holder or something. And so, because I was wondering how they're miking them up, because I don't see any lapel mic or anything like that.
Well, you can do the lapel mic like right on the skin.
But I don't hear any shuffling that you normally would hear with. I mean, they've got pretty good pads and whatnot. But like I've seen stuff like interviews with Shah Rukh Khan and Amitabh Bachchan and hearing.
That person needs to get fired.
No, but that's something I've noticed in Indian interviews before. And here, there's none of that. And maybe it's because it's tied to Amazon and Amazon's
Amazon
more,
Prime, baby.
They're mic'd really well. But like my suspension of disbelief hasn't gone anywhere. Like I'm not in disbelief. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I don't know how to phrase that properly. What I'm trying to say is I'm aware that they're being filmed.
Yeah, 100%.
It doesn't have the sense of like the 10 Bot vlogs where
Exactly. It doesn't feel as raw.
Right.
It's done.
Well,
you know what I mean?
It's done with a purpose in mind, which is
Everybody watch the show.
everyone watch the show.
Yeah.
अपने POV से बताऊंगा. I want
हाँ
to talk
मतलब
about
क्योंकि
it.
वो वर्ल्ड ऐसा है जो हमने देखा हुआ भी नहीं था हाँ ना
This dude is still in
I
the
want to talk
way.
about that.
I'm surprised that the editor decided to keep that in the video. This thing.
It feels real.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
is that what it is?
It's like it feels raw.
I wonder how many people watching that was like,
Can you tell that guy to move?
exactly.
कि इतना सेल्फ सेंट्रिक आर्ट फॉर्म है ना इतना और इतना खूबसूरत बात है उसकी कौन है राइटर तू कौन है परफॉर्मर तू ताली किसकी है तेरी
Was he
तो
gonna
गाली
hit him with a
किसकी है?
joke?
तेरी जोक सही बैठ गया ना तो तू आदमी सही है तेरे घर वाले सही हैं तेरे दोस्त सही हैं तू गलत भी करता है तो सही है जोक सही नहीं बैठा ना तो तू खराब है तेरी परवरिश खराब माँ बाप भी सही नहीं थे स्कूल भी ठीक नहीं था
और unsubscribe हुआ अलग.
तो सारा स्टेक पे इतना कुछ है कि उसका जो रिटर्न भी है ना वो उतना ही बड़ा है
हाँ. अब इसमें ये बताओ कि how do you believe a set should be like? It should be continuous punches or it should have a flow with punches with kind of
Oh,
ups and
the
downs.
cameras
I don't
are
know.
right there.
What do
You
think?
can
Yeah.
clearly
तो मैं
see
तो
them.
कहता हूँ कि क्योंकि अपन पहली बार कर रहे हैं तो उसका एक अपना ऑलरेडी फिगर्ड आउट रिदम है कि इनवर्ड्स चालू करेंगे और फिर आउटवर्ड्स जाएंगे
हाँ. जैसे
कि मैं कौन हूँ मैं कहाँ से आता हूँ ये आप सेटअप करोगे पहले ठीक है उसके बाद आप अपने बारे में एक एक बात रिवील करते जाते हो और जैसे जैसे रिवील करते जाते हो वैसे वैसे रिश्ता कायम होता जाता है उनके साथ.
ठीक है.
फिर आप उसमें
खुल के
गोते मार सकते हो पर
पहले आई थिंक फर्स्ट थिंग आई वुड से इसकी जो दिमाग में आ रहा है सब
जो दिमाग में आ रहा है वो लिख दो
सब भड़ास पूरी निकाल लो एक बार ठीक है
क्योंकि
बॉक्स में
एक-
नीचे रख के
क्योंकि-
बोल होने लग रहा है
ये क्या था कि स्ट्रक्चर तो यार आ जाएगा
और वो हम बैठ के कर भी लेंगे
दुनिया में प्रॉब्लम ना टैलेंट टीचिंग की नहीं है
अच्छा. Also एक मेरे मन में सवाल है. Am I allowed to quit in between?
नो
क्योंकि मेरे को इतने स्टैंड अप देख के एक चीज तो याद हो गई है.
हाँ.
That's my time, guys.
He's got it closing sorted
That's my time.
आगे तो पता ही तुझे
बहुत पेप टॉक देखिए इसको डरा दिया है हमने थोड़ा सा
मैं बिल्कुल डरा हुआ हूँ नहीं अभी.
आई नो
That's my time. यार इमोशन तो मिक्स ही है अभी भी लेकिन सुबह से बेहतर है. सुबह जो गाड़ी में मैं बता रहा था दास्तान वो मिलने के बाद थोड़ा ठंडा हो गया हूँ मैं. बट या जाकिर भाई और सपन भैया कर रहे हैं थोड़ी हेल्प बढ़िया तरीके से तो एक थोड़ा घरेलू छोटे भाई वाला फील आ रहा है मुझे कि सिखाया जा रहा है मुझे क्या बोलना है कैसे बोलना है.
I really want to watch it in spite of this ad. Does that make sense?
Well, you know, in terms of ads for this show, I think the thing that sold me was Sunny Leone and her stand-up bit because I thought that was actually really good and she
It
did.
was different.
Yeah, she did a really great job. I could tell that she was nervous. She took control of it and had a great time, and I thought she was fantastic. And here I'm like, okay, well, this was an interesting behind the scenes, but it didn't really have that raw feeling. But it would be interesting to kind of see how he fares and how the rest of the cast fare, because even though he is a funny guy and he's able to do funny sketches, being able to do a sketch doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna kill it doing stand-up. You know, like it's a slightly different art form.
Oh, it's a very different art form.
Yeah.
You have way more control over the jokes when you're doing a sketch.
Right.
Because that can change with the timing in the edit. Whereas on the stage, it's all very raw. It's almost like theater. Like you and the audience, it's right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything goes wrong, they are feeling it. But the cool thing about stand-up comedy that theater doesn't have the option of doing is like you can sort of work with the audience and pull it back in.
Sure.
You know, you can kind of screw with them a little bit.
It's almost like it's a real practice in being very, very present.
Just the announcement of what this is, I'm already intrigued. Like the video was sort of superfluous for me, if anything, because I'm watching and I'm like, I don't really need to see this, if I'm being totally honest. I'm already intrigued. I would just stop this and go and watch the actual thing, right?
Yeah.
It has this sense of being very produced and not very raw, like you said. And I'm wondering what that's about, because back in the day, behind the scenes were actually shot with proper cameras and like its own little crew. Like you had a sound person and whatnot.
Yeah.
It was actually there was like a whole crew involved. There was no forgetting that there was the behind the scenes camera and crew over there, right? And so I guess we're in this new age where we want it to feel, we want to have that gap between the viewer and what's being shot be smaller than it was before.
Yeah.
Because, you know, back in the day, the behind the scenes were very produced. And now we have YouTube and whatnot and TikTok and Instagram and all these things. So it's like you're right there with the person. And so you're vicariously living through their lives or whatever the case may be. Or it's like you're connecting with them even though you're not. And so that's what we're looking for with these sorts of videos. And when you see this like big crew and whatnot, the big old, you know, I forgot what that's called, the Moby rig or something.
Yeah.
Like when you see all that, you're like, oh God, Bhuvan Bomb, this is how he does most of his stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so to see that huge ass crew, and you can see his behavior's different and whatnot.
Yeah. He's not playing a character. I mean, he said so himself. Like he feels more confident when he can kind of hide behind a character, because then he knows what that character would do. And that's the thing that I can kind of relate to as well. Like you've said to me many times, oh, I think you should do stand-up and all. Doing stand-up to me feels akin to going up on stage completely naked. It's like, so scary. Like it's just me.
Well,
Please stop judging me.
I guess though, I see you kind of like a John Mulaney who goes up on stage as a character. I don't think he wakes up talking like that. I think that's a character he puts on for his stand-up comedy.
Oh, that's quite possible, yeah.
And so that's how I saw you, is doing like the ACHARA KIRK character. Like that's not how you would behave in real life necessarily, because I don't know that you could swing jokes that way. But I feel like if you're a character, you could certainly like make fun of yourself. All I'm saying is Amazon doesn't need to spend as much money on their behind the scenes to rock it. You know,
Yeah.
The thing that I appreciate most about this video is that it had great audio.
That's true.
That's the thing that I appreciate most, because there's nothing worse than like shitty audio on something. And so I thought they did a really good job with the audio and the editing of the audio. So
yeah, I think it's just because we're used to seeing Bhuvan and his content a particular way. I mean, especially now after Dindora, that's changed, but there is a sense of when you're using a YouTuber, you may as well just let them do it in the way that they do it, you know, so it feels raw and just how we're used to seeing them. But here you're like, I'm gonna use a YouTuber, but I'm gonna make it really nice. Why are you laughing?
Because every time you say that, it just reminds me of the Wonder Woman sketch. The way you say
I could have been a contender. Now just be a YouTuber.
All right, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. I'm Jaby KOAY. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.